and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Top of the morning, Raider Nation. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome. I rebranded, y'all. I rebranded. No longer, well, this is going to be a test run, but it's going to be the same thing, just a different name and title. No longer Good Morning Raider Nation, Live Raiders Podcast, but instead it's Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatik Raider, man. So yes, rise and shine. You feel me? Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, man. We already know Mr. AP got him locked down as the new coach, no longer the interim. And now the next step is figuring out this Ed Dodds and Champ Kelly situation. Do we hire Champ? Do we hire Dodds? Or do we do both? I'll tell you my opinion in a moment, but first is the chat. Man, salute to you guys, man. Thank y'all for being here this morning. We're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it. NorCal Raider Jesse, the mod with the most, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. Fear the Nation, what's the deal, man? Top of the morning. Good to have you here. Floyd R. Felix, man. What's the deal, man? Good morning to you. I appreciate you being here. Yes, sir, man. You're always welcome. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Egalitarian 207. What's the deal, man? Top of the morning. Good to have you here. Alex S, man, salute to you as well. Yes, sir. Eugene Powell right in the kisser. You know, yes, indeed, man. We got Raiders Syndicate, man. What's the deal, man? Top of the morning. Yes, sir. We got J-Dub in the building. What's the deal, man? Salute to you. Thank you for being here. Tony Shefford, man. What's the deal? Top of the morning. Thank you for pulling up, man. Appreciate you. M85, man. What's the yeah? Seeing Kansas City and San Francisco win, bruh. I almost gouged my eyes out, bruh. You feel me? But hey, let them live it. Let them lose in the conference championships. That's what Kansas City, not Kansas City, but that's what the Niners always do anyway. They know how to lose the big game. That's one thing they're good at, is losing the big one. So we'll see this coming weekend, man, how Detroit can handle these dudes, and then watch. Hey, you know what? The Bills should have won that game, bro. They went about it wrong the same way Green Bay went about it wrong with the Niners, bro. They had the game. They had the game. And for him to miss the field goal, crazy. Baltimore is going to get that ass, though. So Baltimore and Detroit in the Super Bowl. Yes, sir. Let's see what else we got in here. Captain Point, man. What's the deal, man? Top of the morning. Thank you for being here. Yeah, KC, man. I can't stand them. Raider Nation, Jason, man. Good morning to you. Tops, thank you for being here. We got Raider Paul in the building, man. Raiders. You know what it is. That's right. Wild Turkey, man. What's the deal, man? Salute to you as well. Thank you for pulling up, my friend. Yes, sir. Casaro Crowder, man. What's the deal? Good morning to you. Yeah, we in here deep, man. I like this. Raider Goon, how you been, my brother? Good morning, man. Tops to you. Good to see you, man. 2 red rings. What's the deal, man? You already know what it is, man. Thank you, man, for pulling up. Let me see. And that's about it right now, man. We are 35 deep, man. Salute to all y'all out there, man. Please subscribe. Hit that like, man. If this is your first time here, you're always welcome. Every weekday morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. And now the show is now rebranded, and it's called Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider, man. You know, trying to give it a more of a professional appeal. You know what I mean? So since it's Raider news, I'm trying to be like the news channels. You feel me? But yeah, man, it's good to have y'all here, man. It's still gonna be the same content, just rebranded name, new name. That's all. But salute to y'all, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming out here. All right. So, what we gonna talk about? Let's start off with Mr. Ed Dodds. Dodds is very experienced. Working in the offices. He's been with the Raiders as well before. Also with his college, I think with Texas A&M. I think he was there. Spent 16 years in the NFL, working front offices. Spent 10 years with Seattle, with them. Came to Indianapolis, and this past season was his first year as assistant GM. So he's been around for a while. One of the mainstays as far as the up-and-coming GMs. His name always was floated out there as being somebody that possibly can move in and be the full-time GM role. Sort of just like Champ Kelly. Champ Kelly's pedigree comes from, he played arena football for the Lexington, what was it? The Lexington Horsemen or something like that. And then he became wide receivers coach for them. And all within the same year, wide receivers coach. Then they named him general manager. And then that same year, he went to Denver in the scouting department. So he was at Denver doing the scouting, went on to Chicago, the Bears. And then from there, as you know, he came to us last year, and we named him assistant GM as well. But one of the an up-and-coming potential GM candidate as well. Now, here's the dilemma. The rumors floating out there is that there's a dilemma of either of who to go with, or do they go with both? And if they go with both, how do they title that? Who's going to have the majority control? Who's not? I believe in a perfect world, we get both of them. That being to have two brilliant minds as far as up and coming minds, would be nice. Just to have them two work out as far as their ideology on certain players coming out of the draft as well as free agents. A lot of people say, "Oh, how that's going to work? That won't work." But you got to remember, what is the difference between having two GMs and then having a coach acting as GM with a GM, like what we just went through? You know what I mean? You had Ziegler as the GM and you had Champ Kelly as the assistant, but then you had McDaniels putting his nose in that shit, vetoing shit that could have worked in our favor and made us a better team. So therefore, you look at McDaniels was an acting GM because he had the last say so. That's the way it looked. Because when Ziegler went to move up for CJ Stroud, Champ Kelly was right on board with it. And guess who vetoed it? McDaniels. And for those who think that he vetoed that for not moving up for Tyree Wilson, no. The thing that what happened is that McDaniels said the only quarterback to move up for was not CJ Stroud, but guess who? Mr. Panther, Mr. Carolina Panther. Yes. So that just lets you know the evaluation talents of McDaniels was boo-boo, straight cheeks. You know what I mean? If we would have went with Champ Kelly and Ziegler, our quarterback woes would not be existing right now. You know what I mean? So it is. I truly believe when you have two guys that can sit there and hammer it out as far as what to do and how to do it. If you're gonna go with two GMs, whether I don't care who, it doesn't matter if if the title is assistant GM or if it's GM period, they're still gonna work together. Just like Champ Kelly and Ziegler did. They still worked with each other. It's just a sad fact that you had punk ass McDaniels vetoing anything that he did not agree with that they agreed on. You know what I mean? Just like I heard that they didn't want Garoppolo. They wanted to Kit Stidham. See how that happened. You know what I mean? So that's why, and to me, that was one of my main fears as far as bringing Harbaugh in here, because the rumors floating that Harbaugh wanted total control. When you stand alone and nobody can go ahead and stand against you, you can make bad mistakes, make bad choices, and can't nobody call you out on it. You feel me? Or can't nobody say, "Hey, wait a minute, before you rush to judgment on that talent, I think you need to go ahead and rethink this, because this guy over here," you know what I mean? You need that brainstorm. You know what I mean? In order to accomplish that, you got to have somebody that's just as capable of being able to break down players, film, personalities. When you sit down and have interviews with them, you know what questions to ask, to deep dig into their mental to see exactly what type of player they are. So all in all, I would love to have both of them, but how can you achieve that? How can you achieve that without ruffling any feathers? You know what I mean? Because both of them believe they should be a GM, which both of them should be. Dodd's hell of a dude, been around for years. Champ Kelly, up and coming, been around. Same thing. You know what I mean? Can we be greedy? I would love to be greedy. They say greatness is greedy. So in order to be great, I would love to have two great minds to make sure our draft picks, like, can you imagine if we had a draft class like the Detroit Lions? You see the Detroit Lions in their draft class? How they hit on their draft. All of them are producing for them, and now they're in the NFC Championship. Bruh, that's what we need for the Raiders. We need one of those draft classes, and we don't even have to duplicate that draft class ever again. But if we can hit on all our draft picks, bam, we in there. Salute to the chat, man. Before I keep going, let me see. Did I miss anybody? Eagle, Eugene Powell, Tony Shefford, NorCal Raider Jesse, yes indeed, 2 Red Rings, Wild Turkey. Let me see. Clark Arroyo, hey, salute to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. Let me see. We got about everybody up in here. I would love to see Mark Davis hire Champ Kelly. And man, if I'm gonna tell you this, if Mark Davis can pull this shit out, if he can pull this ace from out of his sleeve and get both of them, bruh, you're the real MVP. You feel me? Hey, salute to the nation, bruh. Hey, one nation under God, indivisible, with silver and black covering us all. Salute. Yeah, if Mark Davis can pull that. Okay, let me ask you, chat. Let me see in the chat. Okay, there's 3 options here. Let me see Dodds, Dodds, if you want Dodds. Let me see Champ, if you want Champ Kelly, or let me see both. If some way somehow Mark Davis can finagle his way into getting both of these guys to come aboard and sign contracts, I know in a perfect world, boy, both would be wonderful. But some of y'all might not want both. Some of y'all might lean towards more the Dodds. Some might want Champ Kelly. I'm just curious to see what you guys' opinion is as far as who would you ride with? Dodds, Champ Kelly, or both? Let's be greedy with it. You know what I mean? You have 2 wives? Shit, do they got sisters? No, let me quit. Champ, both? Oh, you said Champ or both. Okay, right away. I can dig it. There's no wrong or right answer in this. The perfect answer is both. But the other answer, notice I didn't say the right answer or the wrong answer. The other answer is either Dodds or Champ. But I feel like it'll be kind of a slap in the face to Champ if you went Dodds over him, because he's been sitting there handling this right. Like right now, we went out and signed a few more players. This is all Champ Kelly doing this shit. You know what I mean? So it'd kind of be a slap in his face to skip over him and go with Dodds, even though Dodds might be got more experience under his belt. But Champ ain't nothing to sneeze at either, though. You feel me? You don't disrespect a man that's been in there doing his thing. I like Dodds too, though, but I like Champ. So hey, whoever said you got 2 wives, that's exactly that's what we got to do. We got to go into this and go after 2 wives, and to each other. What do they call each other when there's a poly situation? Sister wives. Yeah, let them be sister wives. Let Champ Kelly and Dodds be sister or brother husbands. You feel me? Let them be brother husbands. Cause can you imagine having those 2 guys in your war room when it's draft time? You know what I mean? Have leave no stone unturned when it comes to finding talent, evaluating them, and then sitting there and coming up with your draft board to really it's all about the team, though. You feel me? And whatever we can do to make this team better by acquisitions through draft or free agency, we need those guys in that war room and getting down with the get down with a 50 Hennessy and some blunts and working this shit out to make sure this team at the end of the day is better than what they were before they started. You feel me? So I would love both. But how do we do this? How can we do both? You know what I mean? That's kind of, I mean, if you can do it without having egos involved between Champ and Dodds, if you can have it where they don't have egos because of the title, you know, do you go GM and co-GM? You know what I mean? Or I know that's why they was trying to get him Dodds in head of president of player personnel. I would love that. I would love that. If you can get Dodds as president of player personnel and then have Kelly as GM, everybody's happy. And everybody's in a position where they can win. And if they're winning, the Raiders is winning. You feel me? So it's one of those things, man. You gotta juggle it. Maybe. I mean, and if you can't get both, bro, now you have to. Do you flip a coin? I mean, shit. It's hard. I don't want to let one go. You know what I mean? The other thing I want to address is I want to talk about Mr. Patrick Graham. It has been said that Seattle has requested a second interview with him for their head coaching job. How do you guys feel about that? Do you feel any kind of way with the possibility of Patrick Graham going to Seattle as the head coach? And I'm gonna break it down to you why I would not be concerned. I mean, not concerned with him leaving, but he won't be leaving without leaving us something. Don't forget 2 third-round picks if he become a head coach. You know what I mean? If that happens, what do you do at DC? Maybe you go ahead and you add a Marvin Lewis as your defensive coordinator. Marvin Lewis got a hell of a background of being a defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? He spent head coach all those years with Cincinnati, but let's go back to the 2000 Baltimore Ravens where he was defensive coordinator. One of the best defenses ever to step foot on the NFL field. You know what I mean? I mean, all kind of records. I think they, I got that shit written. Did I put that shit over there? Look, as the defensive coordinator, Marvin Lewis, this is what Marvin Lewis did with the Baltimore Ravens in 2000. He was the defensive coordinator from 96 to 2001, went to 2000 Super Bowl. He was the Bengals head coach in 2000. What did I say? Oh yeah, 2003 to 2018. But with Baltimore as the defensive coordinator, the highlights of his tenure as the defensive coordinator with Baltimore in 2000, they had kept teams to 10.3 points a game. That defense limited offenses 10.3 points a game. They only gave up a total of 970 yards rushing for the whole season. Total. Those are all-time lows in a 16-game season. Points allowed and rushing yards are all-time lows in a 16-game season. Not only that, they only allowed 5 rushing touchdowns and they had 49 takeaways. Bruh, if Marvin Lewis was to take over because Patrick Graham goes to Seattle, not only do we get 2 third-round draft picks, not all this year, but we'll get 1 this year and I think 1 next year. So we'll get 2 third-round picks for him being elevated from defensive coordinator to head coach. If that happens, we get compensated for that. But then you get Marvin Lewis to go in and go to what he like head coach. He was decent as a head coach with Cincinnati. He was decent. They didn't win anything, but they were decent. But his all-time accolade is being a defensive coordinator with that 2000 Baltimore Ravens, bro. And I'm telling you, if he can get our defense to that level, that elite level of defensive prowess, ain't nobody, hey, bruh. We got our, look, they had Ray Lewis. We got Max Crosby. We got pieces on this defense. You seen what this defense was doing. You know what I mean? So I just imagine when you add the other pieces through the draft and free agency, this defense can be a whole lot better. And that's a scary, bro, that's scary. We see Malcolm Kuntz stepping up. Now, Tyree Wilson got a year in. Now, the injury, because the doctor even said it's going to take a year for him to get to 100%. Well, guess what? We're damn near at a year. You go into the draft and you pull out great draft picks, either as corner or linebacker or defensive tackle, if you have a Dodds and a Champ Kelly, bruh, and you say, here, Marvin Lewis, do your magic, y'all, you better watch out, bruh. Better watch out. John Leon, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. Gravy, top of the morning. Salute to you. So, yeah, if Patrick Graham does go and become the head coach of Seattle, we're not losing out. Well, I mean, I would love to keep him, but it's not like the end of the world. Like I said, you get 2 third-round draft picks. And check this out. Those 2 third-round draft picks, those might be picks you can add to something else to move up to grab a certain quarterback that might be available if we move up and grab him. Jalen Daniels, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because Jaden Daniels, that's floating out there. You see Jack Jones, you know what I mean? Hey, you see J5, bruh. And me and Dirty talked about this shit Saturday night, where I mean, there's other quarterbacks I like, but for this team under AP, I think Jaden Daniels getting back with AP, I think AP will bring the best out of this dude. But we got to figure out who the OC is and who the quarterback coach is going to be. That's going to be another big important move to make, to go ahead and see if we did move up to get a Jaden Daniels, who's going to help develop him. But I know as a father figure, as a mentor, AP, he's going to get the best out of Jalen. Hey, I know he's going to get the best out of effort-wise. But you still got to groom him. You still got to develop him. But he has all the intangibles, bruh. 6'4", 210. You add another 15 pounds on him. Can run like a gazelle. You feel me? I mean, everything that makes, and I'm comparing the two because this is the only one that's left in these playoffs right now. But you talk about somebody that can be on that Lamar or the Jackson level, just the God-given abilities. You know what I mean? He got an arm. He's very mobile, and he's stout in the pocket at 6'4". So as many times as we see defenses like the knockdown passes, he's big enough to get him over those big old paws. Them defensive linemen is coming up trying to reach and knock the ball down. You feel me? But he's also mobile enough to keep plays going and fast enough to tuck it and take it to the house. That's the dual threat. You know what I mean? It's not like Josh Allen with Buffalo, who he's mobile, but he could take it to the house, but it ain't like he's blazing speed. You know what I mean? It's like he's a big dude. And like with Josh Allen, I put him in the same category when I compare quarterbacks coming out in the draft. Drake May. Drake May would be the guy I would say more Josh Allen-ish than anybody else. Caleb Williams will be more of a Mahomes, and then I would put Jaden Daniels with that Lamar Jackson scenario. Not saying that he's going to become Lamar Jackson, but he has everything Lamar Jackson has. He has the arm and the mobility that makes it real stressful for defenses to try to keep, like what Josh Allen did yesterday. He was killing for Kansas City. Man, he was killing their ass. It's just at the end of the game, they just couldn't get that touchdown they went for and missed that field goal. That's all that shit was. But they had them. Now, you get a situation with Kansas City going to Baltimore this weekend. Don't expect Baltimore. Baltimore, I think defense is better than Buffalo's, and the quarterback position is more of a scare. More of a scare because that motherfucker, hey, Lamar Jackson, bro, hey, hats off to bruh. I would not doubt the fact that he will get MVP again. I don't doubt it, bro. He just comes with everything. You know what I mean? Comes with everything. Shout out to the 50 watching, man. Please subscribe, smash that like if you have not done so. To everybody in the chat, man, thank y'all for pulling up, man, supporting the channel. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. See Raider Paul. No, I said that. That's what I said. Paul said Baltimore got a good offense. But their defense, I think, is better than Baltimore. I mean, I said Baltimore. I think Baltimore's defense is better than Buffalo's. All right, Paul, you always with that negative shit, bruh. You ain't even seen Jaden Daniels play in the NFL to just go ahead and mark him off as, oh, no, we're fucked. No, we're fucked as having fucking Garoppolo and Hoyer. That's fucked. They don't even have a ceiling. You know what I mean? They're standing on top of their ceiling. No, they didn't even go that far. Yeah, they can't even reach the ceiling. That's their ceiling. But I already know that AP is gonna get the best out of him. Look at Jack Jones. They gave up on Jack Jones in New England. He come here, what he do? You know what I mean? Back-to-back weeks, pick sixes. What did he do? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, brother, they're gonna build a defense that's just gonna slap fools in their mouth. That's all it's gonna be. Oh, I used improper English. Let me correct my vernacular. They're gonna slap people in their mouths. Is that better? No, let me quit. But yeah, man. KC about to get their ass smashed this weekend. Niners, they're gonna lose the NFC Championship again for the umpteenth time. Again, they lost more NFC championships than NFC championships had existed. Okay, I know I'm putting 10 on 2, but you know what I mean? Fuck the Niners with they bang bang booty gang, and fuck the Queese. Shitty puss. But yeah, man, as far as we go, there's a lot of things to address. I can't wait till shit start falling in line, brothers. I heard there might be a press conference today, possibly even tomorrow. Hold on, I'm checking to make sure any updates. Nothing there. Yeah, so it's all just a wait and see, bruh. Just a wait and see. Just to wait and see what's next. And I think the dilemma, because I keep hearing, is the dilemma between Champ Kelly and Ed Dodds. But you can't go wrong with either one of them. That's the only decision that can go wrong for the GM is not selecting neither one of them. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna go with this guy. Like, who the hell is that guy? I mean, they got some other candidates out there that can be potentially good at being a GM, but not when you got Dodds and you got Champ Kelly right in your hands. It's like, bruh, why we can't do some Dr. Frankenstein and combine the two? You know, little black and white dude, half bald headed, half hair. You feel me? Half bald headed, half hair. You know what I mean? One in Vegas, the other one in Indianapolis. You feel me? Why the hell we can't make Dr. Frankenstein, bruh? Like the ultimate. If you could make the ultimate GM, let's just smash Champ Kelly and fucking Dodds together. You know what I mean? And stick them together with the resin from some G13 or some shit. You know what I mean? Or some Pineapple Express. You don't want to. I mean, that's when I like Bo Nix, bro. But to reach for him, fuck. It all depends on who's there, bro. I be trying to mess with these mock drafts and like, well, not do them, but watch these people on YouTube doing mock drafts. And there's this one dude, he does mock drafts all the time. So he does mock the mock. So he'll go over other people who did the mock draft and talk about it as they go. I done seen different outcomes. I've seen an outcome where fucking Drake May went 1 overall. You know what I mean? Went number 1 overall. Not to Chicago. Chicago went wide receiver, but Washington ended up taking Drake May. You know what I mean? So it's so many different scenarios. Like I said, there's a few good quarterbacks in this draft, bro, that can win for you. That can damn sure win for you. You know what I mean? Some people think Jalen Daniels will end up with New England, but I feel New England's better suited for a Michael Penix Jr. I think he just suits what their system. And I know what's name is gone, but just because he gone don't mean the offensive system is leaving right behind him, especially if you bring back you know who that we just fired. So that's another thing you got to look at. But I think if Chicago does draft the quarterback number 1 overall, it will be Caleb Williams, hands down. If they don't, shit, then they got 2 options. They're gonna take the wide receiver or they're gonna trade down. My likelihood scenario for us to get Jaden Daniels is we're gonna have to trade up, and I say probably around pick number 4 with Arizona. I think Arizona will trade back. They're not going quarterback, so that gives us an opportunity, which won't cost us as much going to 4 as it would going to 1. You feel me? And that's why I said what comes into play, those 2 third-round picks. If Patrick Graham goes to Seattle as the head coach, and we get those 2 third-round picks, those are 2 picks we can throw in the mix to move up to number 4. You know what I mean? Then the other scenario, people out there thinking, what about Fields? That's another possibility. The only thing is, if you do trade and get Fields, I don't think it makes sense for you to draft the quarterback. Because it's not like Fields is 32, 33 years old. If you get Fields and he pans out, that quarterback you drafted, he ain't going to see the light of day. You're going to have to trade him off. That's if Fields pans out, if you go that route. See, there's different roles this team could travel, bruh. I just hope we travel down the right one. That's all. Holly, what's the deal? Top of the morning. So it's hard when you got different options. You feel me? Different options. And see, these options it's not what we do. These options are based off of what what other teams are going to do to show, you know what I mean? That's the thing. It'd be different if we had total control. We don't have total control. We don't at all. Raider Way, salute. The only thing about Fields is his injury history, you know what I mean? But that's like Michael Penix, 2 shoulder injuries and 2 ACLs in 6 years, 6 years. That's kind of That's why I said Michael Penix. Raiders, please do not draft him. We don't have what we need to draft a quarterback like Penix. You know what I mean? Penix he's mobile. You know, he ain't no speedster or nothing like that. He mobile, but he rather throw before he runs. So he'll take a sack before he'll tuck it and run. You've seen that in the national championship. You know what I mean? But the thing is with him is he's a left-hand. I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna reiterate this. He's a left-handed quarterback, right? So when you're a left-handed quarterback, his blind side is the right side of our line, which the right side of the line, our line, is the weakest part of our line, period. That's what I'm getting to. Like I said, you ain't heard nobody bring that shit up. They'll say Michael Penix and be like, oh yeah, Michael Penix. You're not looking at the whole scene. Our right side of the line is a big-ass question mark. Illuminor is a free agent. So is our center. So if we got a right side of the line that we don't know who's going to be there, why would you get a left-handed quarterback that rather sit there in the pocket all day and throw it rather than take off and run when shit ain't there? You know what I mean? Knowing that blind side, he's going, boy, and them injuries he done had through his career in college, y'all just asking for this motherfucker to get a slip disc, a torn ACL, or an Achilles. You just begging for that shit to happen. That's what I'm worried about. Now, Bo Nix, that's my dude. But you don't have to move up to get Bo Nix. Bo Nix is the kind where he can fall to you at 13. Even past in. You might even be able to trade back from 13 and get a quarterback like Bo Nix and accumulate extra draft picks. Now, that's something that you might want to be If everybody goes off the board like that, that's something you might want to look into. Great. Charm City, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. He said people like him to balance the force. No, I need Raider Paul to, if all these players we draft, man, somebody got to give them prostate exams. Bare knuckle. No, not bare knuckle. Ugh. Ooh, it smell like boo boo. Your roses smell like boo boo. But yeah, man, it's a lot of shit that can happen. A lot could have happened, y'all. So it's fuck. We gotta wait. We got the combine February. We got free agency in March. We got the draft in April. You feel me? And it's like, we don't even know who the fuck our GM is, or our offensive coordinator, or our motherfucking QB coach. You know what I mean? If you preach about Lamar Jackson, Penix is very, very similar. No, he's not. Like you said, minus the speed, but you got to remember, hey, Penix got them 4 injuries, bruh. 4 injuries, bruh. That's man, 2 ACLs and 2 shoulders. That's what I'm worried about. 4 injuries in college already. And you got to figure he's been in college for 6 years, bruh. 6 years. That's a long fucking time to be in college, man. And you accumulating these injuries. And I think Jayden Daniels, speed wise and mobility wise, is more, and arm strength. I didn't see him toss it at LSU. You know what I mean? But the thing I like with Jayden, this is the one deciding factor I got for Jayden Daniels. It's just because of AP, bruh. That's all. You know what I mean? It's because of AP. I think AP, like I told people, AP is more than a head coach, man. He's a mentor. He's like a father figure type dude, because what made me come to that conclusion is when Daniels won the Heisman Trophy and he sat there and gave his speech, he was naming all defensive people, man. He named AP. AP as a linebacker coach has nothing to do with Jayden Daniels at Arizona State. Not a thing. So if you shouting out this man as a defensive linebackers coach and you're the quarterback, that means just the addition through subtraction, that means AP had some kind of positive effect on you. And it had nothing to do with the position in the offensive side of the ball. Just as a man, as a mentor. That's the only time you're going to shout out somebody if they, come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. You got that kind of respect and admiration for me. That's what this team has for AP. That's why they all said they're ready to run through a wall for him, because he has their respect and admiration. And respect with a CT, respect, I know. But when Daniels did that shit at the Heisman Trophy, receiving the award, bro, that told me a lot. Just reading in between, that told me a lot. It wasn't like he was, like AP was the quarterback coach or the offensive coordinator or the head coach, where Daniels would have been dealing with all 3 of those guys. He shouted out the linebacker coach, bro. Man. That shit that means a lot. That means more than coaching. That means like somebody that if you having issues or something going on with you in life, that you can go knock on his door and you can go talk to him. And that's the kind of guy that sky's the limit. He's gonna bring the best out of me because I want to make him look good. You know what I mean? I want him to succeed at his job. But at the same time, he's helping me become a better person. And I got, man, you got somebody like that in your corner in life, bro. There's nothing like it, man. I'm telling you. When you got somebody that's truly there in your corner, not because of monetary reasons or clout or fame, because they truly care about you. When somebody, man, you come on now. You talk about running through a wall, man. You going head first through a brick wall, for real. So just imagine what kind of effort you're gonna get on the field. But like I said, you gotta see how this shit unfolds, bro. Because what if Arizona don't want to trade with us? What if Arizona want to keep their pick? What if Chicago wants to keep their pick? We know Washington ain't gonna trade. They're gonna win a quarterback. New England ain't gonna trade. They're gonna win a quarterback. So we don't know how this shit gonna unfold. What if we want to move up and got a team that willing to trade with us, but then somebody like punk ass Denver finds out about the shit because they're gonna go quarterback and they're one up ahead of us, so they're gonna try to jump ahead of where we're trying to trade to fuck us from whoever it is that they got their eye on that they think that we want to. You know what I mean? But it don't matter. Ain't nothing is gonna stop what is in the future of the Raiders. I'm telling you that now. It ain't gonna fucking matter. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. Y'all could try to shortstop us. You know what I mean? You know, you got the smokers coming to the spot and you down there at the corner shortstopping before they even come to the house so I can get my paper. Motherfucker having flashbacks. Nigga, you out there shortstopping? You feel me? But no, I like Bo Nix, bro, but you don't reach for Bo Nix. You feel me? And the way I got him ranked, I think there's more value. You can get Bo Nix at a better value than trading up and getting somebody else. But if you have somebody on your board you really want, you know what I mean? You do what you got to do to try to get them. But if you can't get them, then you let the draft fall to you. That's the only reason why you draft up when we trade up, because you're trying to jump up to grab what you really want. But if you can't get it, then let everything fall into play. Let the draft happen. Bo Nix will be there at 13. I ain't even worried about that shit. He might even fall a little bit further than that. So like I said, you might even be able to trade back, accumulate more picks, and still get a quarterback like Bo Nix. But I got a feel. I know whoever get Bo Nix, I seen a mock draft where Bo Nix goes to New England. I seen that shit happen. That's why I said you don't know. You don't know how this draft is gonna fall, bruh. But we still gonna be at a point where, like for instance, damn, this is gonna be. I'm trying to work out all these different scenarios in my head of possibilities that could happen. Like, what if you don't go quarterback in the first round because they're all gone? Now, a name that's thrown out there is Kool-Aid from Alabama, the corner. Can you imagine putting him with Jack Jones? You got it locked up on corners now. You feel me? Like there's things that we can get still that's gonna make this team fucking scary. Defense is what a lot of teams is gonna worry about with us. Because you know we're going to go into the draft. If we got the right collective up there making decisions to get the personnel that we need, this defense is going to even be better next year than it was at the end of this year. Facts. And there's things on the offensive side that we're figuring out also, like Samir White ain't no punk. You feel me? So it's like we're finding out shit. So, hey, it's just a wait and see, bruh. It's just a wait and see. Oh my goodness, man. This shit is crazy. I just want to see the Baker Mayfield. Look, you seen the interview with Devontae Adams, and he mentioned, see, they didn't show the whole interview, like you seen cuts of it, but I watched the whole thing. He mentioned Kirk Cousins, right? As far as they asked him what quarterbacks would he love to receive passes from other than number 8 with the Jets, Aaron Rodgers, because you already been there, done that. He named 3 quarterbacks. 2 of them ain't no possibility. He named Kirk Cousins. He said Love from Green Bay. And then he had to go back and say, oh, my favorite one, C.J. Stroud, bro. Because they said C.J. Stroud to him was so mature at his age. He said him and Trey Tucker are the same equivalent as far as the maturity they had. You know what I mean? So those are the quarterbacks he named. And I know we're not getting Stroud now. Hey, thanks, McDaniels, piece of shit. And we're definitely not getting Love, because I heard they're going to lock Love in. Love about to get locked up. They said he might be the highest paid quarterback in the league. That's just the way economics go. You know what I mean? Now they're about to up the ante. There's pretty soon you're going to get quarterbacks making $60 million a year. Watch. It's going to happen. This money keep coming up. You see the NFL making extra money by letting Peacock play fucking show. I wonder how much they paid for that playoff game. Peacock, bruh. And Peacock was willing to buy it because that's going to bring in people to go subscribe just to watch the game. I'm telling you, hey, this streaming shit added a whole lot of money to the pot. You feel me? Like back in the day, it was just TV networks. Now you got networks. Just look out on streaming shit you got. YouTube get, goddamn. Then you got fucking Amazon Prime. Peacock. Watch. Next thing you know, you're going to have Tubi. Tubi going to show all the preseason games. You know what I mean? Who the fuck else? Shit, Paramount Plus already show all the CBS games. Any game on CBS, Paramount Plus, you get it. You know what I mean? Who else? What's next? Shit. Don't be... Hey, Netflix will fuck around and get football in a minute. Boy, they end up doing... What Prime also does the Black Friday game after Thanksgiving too, huh? There's so much fucking money that this league is making, bruh. It is ridiculous. And this money is profit sharing. So that means a large portion of the money goes to all 32 teams. That's how the salary cap goes up. These TV deals and other deals that they're doing. But they keep finding ways to make extra money. Crazy, dude. That shit crazy. And I tell you, the next bit of money, Nike is the one doing all the jerseys. I don't know how many years until their contract is up. But then when it comes a bidding war of what company is going to make the jerseys, is it Nike that's going to do it? Reebok? We know Reebok is missing. Maybe Adidas. Who knows? Maybe it might be Puma. Maybe it might be motherfucking New Balance. Who knows? Somebody going to try to get that money, but Nike, they got too much pull. And I like the Nike jerseys compared to the old Reeboks. I got some old Reebok jerseys in my closet. You know what I mean? I got that shit still. But them Nike jerseys, I like the way those motherfuckers feel, boy, and the way how they hang. Up for review. Oh my God. Oh, why I gotta be crazy, bruh? Hey, that shit crazy though, huh? The way they're gonna find another way to make more money, bruh. See, and I'm gonna tell you, the fact that they added an extra fucking playoff game with an extra wild card. Now that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, they gonna fuck around. Hey, I heard they talking about adding another regular season game. So from 17 to 18, that's gonna be more money. Cause they got rid of the two preseason games. So the NFL is a fucking monopoly. You know what I mean? And you know what else? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna bring a lot of money to the NFL also. Watch these motherfuckers end up investing in the UFL. And when they do that, that's gonna be new TV deals for the spring league, which is gonna be a development league for the NFL. It may not be as much money as the NFL, but it's gonna be some money. Oh, speaking of which, Chase Garbers has signed with a UFL team as well as Marcel Aitman. 2 former Raiders are in the UFL, which starts in March. So y'all keep your eyes open. Hey, that's I'm telling you what, don't you sleep on the UFL. You talk about the NFL finally has action at a development league, and you got like I said, I told people the breakdown of this. You got guys coming out of college, right? They get drafted in April. But see, when they get drafted, you figure their last game they played was back in January, at the latest January with the bowl games. So January, February, March, April, you get drafted. That's 3 months. April, May, June. Then you hit camp, June, July, August. 7 months you out of football until you hit preseason. Now the spring league, you got people who are out that might have, say for instance, that was in the NFL on practice squads, released. They can go sign with the UFL. And you know their advantage is they're going to be in game shape. If they start in March and play that spring league, they're going to be in game shape better than anybody else. And most likely that will turn the what is it? The preseason squad. Cause you know, you're at what, 90, is it 90, 92, 93 or something like that? Your total. We know who's not going to make the team. Those motherfuckers that ain't in shape. The motherfuckers that's in shape, in football shape from playing in the spring league, have a better chance of making the team than those who are undrafted rookies. Because undrafted rookies, you didn't get drafted and you've been sitting out for 7 months. Why these other motherfuckers that, you know, might had a stint with a team over here or over there or on a practice squad, but they're in the spring in March, April, May. I think June is the championship in the UFL. So you're in game shape, bruh. You're gonna get better quality bottom end of your roster type players available to you. I always believe that the NFL was the only league, major league, that did not have a development league. Remember we had NFL Europe and that folded, and then they had investments in the Arena Football League. Then they pulled out of that. Now you got the UFL that merged the XFL and the USFL, which was a smart thing on their half. They did it. That was a brilliant ass move. Shout out to The Rock and whoever else was involved in that shit. That was brilliant. That was the smartest thing y'all could have did. Was merged. But it's going to give more people opportunity to get into this. But if the NFL decide, okay, look, we're gonna throw some money into your league. If you're gonna do this, let's see how it works out. Hey, they're gonna get their money off this league, bruh. Hey, TV deals and all that shit. NFL gonna invest. They gonna figure out a way. Like, this ain't our competition, but we could use it to our advantage to invest in it and make our product better. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm calling it now. So you gonna look. You talk about getting UFL games on Netflix and on Tubi. Hey, Twitter. X might get in on that shit, y'all. Hey, don't you be surprised. Facebook might get in on that shit. Don't be surprised. That's advertisement they get to sell. You bring eyes to watch the UFL, now you can sell advertisements. Now you're making money from advertisements, and you're making money because you're paying the NFL if they get invested into that shit. It's crazy, bruh. There's so much money in this shit. Yeah, Amazon. I work for Amazon, so yeah, they do got the Thursday game, but they got the Black Friday game too, though. And then one thing, the other thing, like I just mentioned, also is don't forget, they just brought Peacock into the mix, bruh. Motherfuckers was mad though. It was like, you mean I gotta fucking subscribe to Peacock to watch the game? Exactly. That's the whole reason why they made that deal. That's how Peacock got up on their motherfucking subscribers. Subscribe, bam. We got you. You want to watch the game? Subscribe. Crazy, dude. And like, you got other shit like, who else would be involved in football? Don't be surprised if you see like Showtime got their little streaming shit too, because you know they don't do boxing anymore. Yeah, they boxing was it for them last year. So what other sports are they going to get into? That, you know what I mean? It's a lot of different directions they can go with that shit, bro. It's crazy. NFL just gonna get richer and richer. And that's all that shit gonna be. Nigga, it's a fucking bottomless pit of money. These motherfuckers accumulating. All right, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. Once again, we are rebranded. It is Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the 56 out there. Let's go. Let's go. Man, 57. Let's go. You feel me? So, hey, I appreciate you guys. If you're here for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up, man. We're here every weekday morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. If you're into comedy, we got the Dirty Lunatic show on Friday and Saturday nights, 11 p.m. Pacific, both nights, same time, 11 p.m. Pacific, 2 a.m. Eastern. It's the Dirty Lunatic show, man. It's sketch comedy, Raiders infused sketch comedy with characters such as Raider Stan, Cleophas Jenkins, you know what I mean? Myself, Dirty Raider, you know what I mean? We just have fun with it, man. If y'all just want to, y'all ain't doing shit on the weekends and y'all just want to hang out and laugh, man, we got that going on. And then, shit, we in a hiatus as far as game day morning with the nation is on hiatus until the season starts. But we will be covering the draft, free agency. We will be having roundtables with some of your favorite content creators, man, within the Raider Nation. You feel me? So I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man, for pulling up, man. It's been fun. I will see you tomorrow morning. We'll pick a new subject to go ahead and cover. Hopefully we'll get some good breaking news jumping off with the GM search, as well as offensive coordinators and QB coaches. Man, I look forward to it, man. Thank y'all once again for supporting the channel. Salute to y'all. Did I forget anybody? Let's see. Raider Row 817. Raider Rob 817. Salute to you, my brother. Tops. Let's see what else we got up in here, man. I'm about to get up out of here. Charm City, man. Salute to you. Tony Sheffer. Shout out to everybody, bro. Raider Paul on Thorzine. Tony Sheffer. Up for review, my dude. Oh my God, man. That's right. Hit that like, man. Hey, thank y'all, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. You know what it is. Raiders Sunrise Live, man, with Lunatic Raider, man. Thank y'all once again, man, for supporting. We're on our way to 1,500. Like I said, when we get to 2,000, 2 jersey giveaway. Custom jerseys. Home, away, name, number, you choose, you win, it's yours. I'm Lunatic Raider. I'm out this bitch. Ha ha!